Hey, it's Tara. I feel like I should call these the swing sessions because while I'm still on vacation, I'm doing all of my video work from my deck swing while I still can, while it's still hot enough, nice enough to sit out here. Not the swinger sessions, not the same thing. This is different. Today, I'm talking about one-sided relationships. I'm talking about where we invest our time and energy and learning to be selective and taking some time in your life to reflect and assess and prune. Pruning is my favorite word right now, and it is consistent maybe with this time of year or with seasonal changes. We think about reflection on what things have happened and then where we want to move, how we want to change things going forward, or at least that's what I do, because I believe my life is a constant evolution that I'm an active participant in. So I need these times to really feel focused and in control of the direction that my life is going. And so relationships are the key measure of success. We're constantly chasing other pursuits and marking success in different ways, and a lot of those are superficial or materialistic, and those are important too. They're part of our focus and our purpose and our livelihood. So not to throw the baby out with the bathwater on those ones, but the markers of success, and this has been shown in research, is the happiest, healthiest, longest living people have the best relationships. So focusing on relationships is really something that we can't continue to exclude from our lives, from our focus, from our time. So pruning is really important, that we're constantly pruning our lives so that we're evolving not just where we're going in our career path, but also we're evolving with our circle of friends, and that we're bringing along people that have mutual respect, that we treasure, that bring out the best in us, and that we have that impact on them too. So this is an area a lot of people just bring people along for the ride, and you end up in these stale relationships that just frustrate you, where you're standing up and maybe you're getting stood up energetically or literally or whatever it is, but you might have grown apart, not just romantically, but in your friendships as well, and you haven't really looked at where the next place to go is, or if these friendships are still serving you. So a couple of ways I like to assess my relationships to see how close or how far they should be in my life, where I should be directing my energy, because my energy is valuable to me, and so I want to be putting it in the best place. And so here are some questions that I ask myself in my own relationships. I've been doing that over the past week in my own time of self-reflection, and these are some that you might want to evaluate your friendships and relationships on also. So the first thing I look at is, are people matching my energy, or are they taking my energy and running away with it? Now, because I'm a therapist, there are those relationships that really only kind of come up or show up in my life when they need something from me in that direction. They need to be listened to, they need some advice, they need something therapeutic. So those tend to start becoming really one-sided when it doesn't come back in the other direction, and when that's all the relationship really is about. So what I'm looking for is people that match my energy, and in that I mean my positivity, optimism, hope, physical energy, vibrancy. Those things are really important to me, and I want to look for people and keep those people closer in my life, the people that match that same energy, and even better if they can add to it, if they can elevate the energy, and we can have some of that spark together. And I like that romantically. I also like and look for that in business though, because you do get the best creative ideas and can create a really positive, solid team if you're looking for matching and elevating energy. So I look for that in all of my relationships, business or otherwise. The other thing I look for is, do I want to be more like this person? Because I think it's important to admire the people that you spend time with. So for me, do they have traits that I don't have that I wish I had? Do they live their life with integrity or a value system or conviction, or especially for me, I'm looking for boldness. Do they live with courage and boldness and resilience that I admire? It's something that I might have, but maybe I don't have enough of, or I want more of, but it's something that I resonate with and that I look for. Do I want to be more like this person in any way? That's really important to me, so that I feel like I'm constantly respecting the people in my life. And that's not always the case. Sometimes I don't want to be anything like them, and I wonder why they're still around. And in the most compassionate way, but my compassion has to start with me first. And my life has to count and be well-rounded and positive first, so that I can give the best that I can to other people. So it seems harsh, but these are ways that I evaluate, not just to cut people out of my life, but how close to keep them, I think is really important, because we know the energy is contagious. So I'm looking for where they're different than me, and does that complement me? The way that they're different, can I learn from it? Do I want to be more like it? Can I borrow from it? And I want to make sure that there's a vice versa there, that there's things that I'm bringing to the relationship that they admire, that they can learn from, so that we're doing this together. So there's this dance and fluidity and mutual learning as we increase in our mutual respect for one another. So those are really, really important to me. And then I'm looking for equal matching of characteristics, like, do we respect each other? Is there mutual kindness? Is there mutual values? Is there mutual commitment to the relationship? Are we on the same page with how much energy we're going to invest in this and what we want to get out of it? It's not like a business partnership, but it needs to be conscious, because there's nothing that's worse than really putting a ton of your heart and your soul and your energy and your time, which are all valuable assets, into a relationship that is one-sided, and that person doesn't feel the same way about you, or they're not choosing to give back in those same ways. So those are relationships you want to start moving to the periphery, because they aren't feeding your life in a way that's going to help you become the best version of you, and you're really not doing them any favors either. And so the last thing I look for is really a huge litmus test, which is don't let anybody ever feel meh about you. And there's this principle of essentialism, which is, if it's not a hell yeah, it's a fuck no. I think that works with purchasing and with stuff. I don't want to treat people like that, because we are all works in progress, and to be that black and white on any one person, I'm not really sold on that as being a measure of whether you should have people close or far. But you don't want someone that feels just like, ugh, Tara, I could take her or leave her. No, you want people that really, really care about you, really are wanting to be a part of your life, and they're not just accepting you because there's no better option, and they're not just accepting you because there's nothing else to do. You're not the back burner person that's the last person on their list, or that happens to be convenient. You really want somebody that wants to spend time with you and is not meh about you. They really think that you're great, even in the midst of your flaws, and that you feel safe to be vulnerable with those people. Show them who you really are, and even the bad parts doesn't cloud over that they see you as a whole, and that they care about you as a whole, and that they're committed to being a part of your life as a whole. So your relationships with anybody, they're a work in progress, and it's a joint project. You get to decide how you want these friendships, these relationships, these business partnerships to grow, and you have to be talking about it to get there. I think we just get lazy. We let things kind of happen. We let relationships and partnerships coast along, and however they start, we think that that's how they're going to be. You want a healthy, grounded foundation. You don't want to feel all fireworks and nervousy around people. In any part of your life, you want to feel grounded and calm and relaxed. And then you add excitement. You build from there. You decide together or as a group what you want this third being, which is your relationship, to become, and then you actively work towards that. If you don't have these conversations, you're going to be a coaster. If you don't actively go through and assess your friendships, you're going to be carrying around dead weight, and you're going to be frustrated, and you're going to miss the opportunity to be with people that really feed energy and positivity into your life that you can give back to in return, and create something that moves forward for everybody. There has to be something in it for you. Always ask what's in it for me. Always ask what you can give back, and always look for how you can evolve and create a solid foundation that's going to get better. But stop dragging dead weight along. If people are sucking from you, if they're standing you up energetically or otherwise, if you're the last person on their list, if you're just a matter of convenience, get out. Find people that resonate with you better. It doesn't mean people are bad. It means they're just not where you are. You don't want to be with people that aren't where you are at this stage of life, and aren't going to go where you need to go and help you become the best version of yourself. So be selfish in this area. You deserve to have the right people with you. Stop settling. So I hope you take this to heart. I'm in the same process. I'm in this with you. So let me know how you're doing. It can be challenging. It can be scary. It can be frustrating. It can be amazing. Let it be amazing. I hope you're well. Until next time.